welcome to this episode of Cooking with Anna. And today we're making some hot chocolate bombs. I made some yesterday just to try it out to see if it worked. They worked pretty well and they're actually pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Chocolate is a little interesting to work with sometimes. I will let you know that you may have to work fast depending on how your hands do. I typically have hot hands, which is really weird because I'm always cold, but that just means that I have to work a little bit faster because my hands can melt the chocolate. But let's get started. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, don't forget to subscribe below and share it with your friends. So in this bowl, I have melted semi-sweet chocolate, and I actually melted it in a double boiler. So typically I'd use a microwave, but I'll tell you when we start putting them together why I did the double boiler. But yeah, so it's just melted. If you want to thin it down, you probably can with some coconut oil or some oil. I'm not going to because I feel like it would be really weird in hot chocolate to have the oil or the greasiness. But then I have these molds. So I got a pack of 4 of these so I can make a dozen at a time. And I got these off of Amazon. I'll place the link below so that way you guys can order them if you're interested. I will let you know that it took about 3 weeks to receive them. Or you can get something similar. So I'm gonna use a spoon. You can use a pastry brush as well. I tried the pastry brush method yesterday, but it didn't work as well for me. So I'm just gonna grab a bunch of chocolate, smear it in the mold, make sure I get a nice, not super thick, but decently thick layer, because you don't want it to, like break or see through, be able to see through or have little holes in there, but you still want it to melt fairly quickly in your hot milk. So I'm just gonna do all 6 of these. Now I tried it with the pastry brush yesterday and I felt like I was using more chocolate than I needed to, because I had to do 2 layers, whereas if I do this with a spoon, I can get away with doing 1 layer because I can do it a little bit thicker. You want to make sure you get all around the top, get a nice coating on the bottom, make sure there's no holes, because then your hot chocolate mix is going to come out. And as soon as I get these done, I'm going to pop it in the freezer and let them sit for a few minutes. I guess you can use a fridge if you don't have freezer space. You just might need to let it sit for a little bit longer to set, because you definitely want it as cold as possible. Because like I said, the heat from your hands, it's just like if you were to hold a chocolate bar or a piece of chocolate in your hand for too long, the heat from your hands will melt the chocolate, and you don't want that. Get a nice good coating on these guys. Make sure there's no holes. Last one here. And I just use the back of the spoon. I actually don't even think I have hardly any chocolate inside of the spoon. All right, so these 6 are coated pretty evenly, pretty nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and pop those in the freezer, and I'm gonna finish the other 3 sets of molds. And as soon as those are done and they're frozen, I'm gonna hop back on and we'll see how to assemble them. All right, thank you guys. All right, welcome back. So I just pulled these out of the freezer. They were in there for maybe like 5-10 minutes. And now, like I said, work quick because I have hot hands. So I'm just gonna pop it out of there, put it upside down on this plate. And so here's my secret as to why I did the double boiler. So I put the pot that I had the double boiler, I put a plate over the pot, so that way it helped melt the sides. So I'm making peppermint cocoa ones. So I have a little bit of cocoa, I have some chopped up candy cane. I'm gonna take the top and line them up, press them together. Oh, I forgot my paper towels, that's okay. And then it goes into the little container. That's it. So I'm gonna go over this last 2 with you guys. And then I'll show you how I decorate them. And then the only reason I decorate them is because I'm making a few different kinds. So this way, before I label them, it makes it a little easier for me to know what kind I'm making. So about half a scoop of cocoa powder, a little bit of peppermint candy. Carefully pick that up. And if you don't want to do the boiling water thing, you can also do a double bowl of hot water underneath, or you can warm up your plate in the microwave. I tried the microwave thing yesterday. It didn't work so well for me because I think my plates are too thin, because it's one of the Corelle plates. I think they're just a little bit too thin for that to work properly. So for cocoa powder, I'm using this Ghirardelli cocoa powder. Just got some off of Amazon. Amazon's great, isn't it? All right, so there's that. Okay. And now, to decorate them, I'm just gonna take my spoon that has just a touch of chocolate on the back, put that on the top there, carefully not to touch the edges of the container. And I mean, you don't have to have these containers. I did these just because I'm mailing a few of these out. And then sprinkle some peppermint candy on top and hope it sticks. All right, so there you have it. And there it goes. These are hot chocolate bombs. And all you gotta do with them is you can put them in a mug and pour hot milk over them, or you can drop them just like you would a bath bomb into a mug of hot milk, and they'll melt and you stir, and that's it. I do have one that I'm gonna do a little bit later, so I'll post a video of that as well. I'll see if I can add it to the end of this one. But yeah, and then that way you guys can see how it works. So, hot chocolate bombs. All right, if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe below. I will have a link for the molds posted on there just so that you guys can get the same size that I have if you're interested. Otherwise, feel free to use any mold you want. I mean, they don't even have to be round if you don't want them to be round. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. All right, so here we are. Like I said, we're gonna test out the hot chocolate bomb. So I got a bomb that I made here yesterday, and I'm just gonna plop it in and see how this works. That milk is scalding hot. It was like boiling hot. I could grab a spoon. There it goes. There's the marshmallows. So this is one of the chocolate marshmallow ones. I'm just gonna stir that up. All right, it works. How about that? That's super cool. All right, guys. Hope you guys get to try it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you try it. Let me know how it works out for you.